They told you to ask. They told you to pray, to beg, to kneel. But they never told you the one truth that would have changed everything. The universe does not speak English. It does not speak Arabic. It does not speak Sanskrit. It speaks frequency. It speaks resonance. It speaks energy. And the reason your life has felt off track, out of sync, or trapped in repetition is because you've been speaking the wrong language. Words are symbols, but vibration is law. You've been taught to decorate your desires with eloquence, while the field listens only for the pulse behind your intention. You thought you were being ignored, but you were being misread, not because the universe is deaf, but because your signal is weak, not because the divine is absent, but because your frequency is scrambled. This isn't about belief. This is about biology. This is about energy. This is about unlocking the core operating system of reality itself. And you already have the hardware. Now it's time to upgrade the signal. Shall we begin? They trained you to believe that power lies in articulation, in clarity, in logic, that if you could just say the right words, the universe would understand you, that if you begged beautifully enough, your desires would be granted. This is the first illusion. Words are not power. They are echoes. They are shadows of the real force. Language is the costume, but energy is the presence. You were taught to worship the prayer, but not the pulse behind it. You were conditioned to speak, but never taught to vibrate. This is not spiritual poetry. This is electromagnetic law. Your heart emits an electromagnetic field that extends 8 to 12 feet around your body. Your brain emits electrical impulses that influence your perception and, more critically, your projection. And every single thought you've ever had is a frequency. Every emotion, a tuning fork. When you say, "I want abundance," with your mouth, but feel lack in your gut, guess which one the universe hears? It doesn't hear hope. It hears the static of contradiction. The universe is not a parent. It does not reward obedience. It does not punish rebellion. It mirrors signal. It magnifies coherence. It amplifies precision. Most people don't manifest chaos. They broadcast confusion and get exactly what they sent out. You were never taught to harmonize. You were taught to perform, and that's why nothing changes until now. Your body is a transmitter, a resonator, a living antenna wrapped in flesh, wired for vibration. But here's the glitch. You've been broadcasting on every frequency at once and wondering why nothing answers. You say you want peace, but you're tuned to fear. You visualize freedom, but loop inside worry. You write affirmations in the morning and spiral in doubt by noon. This is not harmless. This is destructive interference. Think of a radio. When you're between stations, what do you hear? Noise. That's what your field sounds like to the universe when your desires and your emotional baseline are out of phase. This is why your manifestations stall, why your intentions collapse, why it feels like life is static, stuck, stubborn. You are not ignored. You are incoherent. Your energy is speaking two languages at once, and neither of them clearly. The ancients knew this. They didn't chant to be heard. They chanted to vibrate, to sync the inner sound with the cosmic hum. Modern science is only beginning to catch up. Heart rate variability, brainwave entrainment, quantum coherence, all fancy words for one ancient truth. You become magnetic only when all of you is saying the same thing. So here's the question. Do your thoughts, emotions, and body speak in chorus or chaos? Until you answer that, nothing you say will matter. But once you do, everything you feel becomes a command. If this truth is hitting you different, hit subscribe and tap the bell. The next transmission will go deeper. You lie every time you smile while your soul screams. You lie every time you say, "I'm fine," but your stomach knots like a fist. You lie every time you visualize abundance while bracing for survival. But here's the twist. The universe doesn't judge you for lying. It just responds instantly, impersonally, exactly. When you fake positivity, it doesn't reward you for trying. It mirrors your actual frequency, fear, doubt, denial, because energy doesn't lie. Energy doesn't do politeness. It doesn't deal in self-deception. And so you keep trying to raise your vibration with mantras that feel hollow, with vision boards that drain you, with forced gratitude that tastes like ash in your mouth. Why? Because intention without alignment is noise. Because wanting without feeling is static. Because pretending isn't the same as transmitting. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. Not what you affirm, what you embody. Not what you say, what you broadcast. Unconsciously, consistently, inevitably. So let's be honest for once. You've spent years trying to sound spiritual, but never learned to sound true. That's not your fault. It was programmed into you by schools that silenced intuition, by systems that replaced feeling with fear, by religions that taught guilt before grace. But that ends now, because the most powerful frequency you can emit is not love, not joy, not peace. It's authenticity. And when the real you begins to speak, the field listens and responds. The universe is not human. It has no ears. It doesn't interpret sentences. It registers fields. It maps vibration. It reads coherence like a fingerprint. Unique, precise, unalterable. You can't fake vibration. You can't intellectualize frequency. You either are it or you aren't. The field knows. It always knows. So what is it actually responding to? Not your morning affirmations, not the Pinterest quote taped to your mirror, not even your prayers. If they come from fear, it responds to your emotional baseline, your visceral expectations, the invisible signatures you radiate in silence. Most people ask for change with their lips, but expect repetition with their nervous system. They beg for freedom while clinging to patterns built in trauma. They visualize abundance while their body flinches at the thought of receiving. This is the real law of attraction. Not what you want, but what you are in repetition. Not your hopes, your habits, not your beliefs, your embodied assumptions. Energy is mathematical. It's neutral. It matches, mirrors, and magnifies whatever you normalize. That's why ritual matters. That's why stillness isn't a break. It's a broadcast. Every time you drop into presence, you sharpen your signal. Every time you feel your truth, not perform it, you become magnetic. Let this settle. You don't speak things into existence. You tune into what already exists, and your field does the rest. So stop forcing words. Start fine-tuning signal. You were born with the hardware. Your breath is a tuner. Your spine is a staff. Your heart is an amplifier. And your entire nervous system is a feedback loop between mind and matter. The ancients didn't need machines. They used posture, stillness, sound, and breath to tune their frequency, not to escape life, but to command it from the source level. They walked temples shaped like the human body. They mapped the stars onto organs. They encoded sound into structure. Why? Because they knew the real temple wasn't built by hands. It was built of hands, of blood, of light. Your body isn't a prison, it's a circuit. And when it's aligned, it becomes an antenna, pulling information, magnetizing events, collapsing potential into form. But modern life scrambles that circuit. Tension in your jaw blocks expression. Tight hips hold unprocessed fear. Shallow breath dulls the magnetic field of the heart. Your posture tells the field what you're ready to carry. And most of us are slumped under weight we don't even see. So we reach for crystals, mantras, manifestation journals, while the true generator, the body, remains offline. Here's the truth. You are not meant to chase energy. You are meant to generate it, store it, project it, direct it. And that only happens when mind, breath, and flesh move in sync. This is not mysticism. This is physics. This is design. This is the real alignment the gurus forgot to tell you about. Because if you knew how powerful your body was, you wouldn't look outside yourself ever again. Silence is not emptiness. It is the original language. Before words, there was tone. Before sound, there was pulse. Before thought, there was frequency. And that's still what the universe listens to. You think you need to say more, ask harder, pray louder. But the truth is, every time you stop talking, your energy speaks louder. Stillness is not passivity. It is signal refinement. It is tuning in, not giving up. It is the moment when your field stops sending mixed messages and starts becoming a beacon. When you are still, truly still, your breath resets your wave. Your heart synchronizes with the earth. Your mind releases the noise. And what remains is truth without effort. And from that truth, manifestation is no longer an action. It is a byproduct. You don't make things happen. You make yourself available for them. Alignment is not a goal. It's a frequency. You don't reach it. You return to it. Because you've always been it. The universe doesn't need explanation. It needs clarity. It doesn't need belief. It needs consistency. You are a tuning fork in a sea of potential. When you vibrate in coherence, everything that matches you finds its way. Without force, without chase, without manipulation. Stillness isn't doing nothing. Stillness is doing everything without resistance. And in that space, you don't speak desires, you become them. You came here thinking you needed better language, stronger affirmations, sharper mantras, but you're leaving with a truth most will never grasp. The universe doesn't care what you say. It mirrors who you are, not what you post, what you pulse. And when your energy is aligned, not with fantasy, but with truth, reality stops resisting you. It bends, it echoes, it returns. So stop begging. Stop convincing, stop performing, start feeling, start tuning, start becoming. Because the field isn't listening for your voice, it's waiting for your coherence. And once you find that signal, once you hold it, the entire system shifts around you. Now here's the question I'll leave you with. If the universe is responding to your energy right now, what exactly is it hearing? Drop your truth in the comments. And if you're ready to fine-tune your frequency even deeper, the next video is already waiting for you.